Hello again guys, and welcome back to another video from the Frontline Fitness department. In case you're wondering why I look like I'm stood in my back garden, it's because I am. With everybody being asked to work home where at all possible, there's no point in me going into a station at the moment and putting other people at risk. All the forced gyms are closed, so I'm working my Frontline Fitness duties from home where I can. I'm quite fortunate to have quite a lot of equipment at home, so I'm going to try and show you some workouts as we go through the next few days, next few weeks, hopefully not the next few months. Of just stuff you can do with a few minimal bits of equipment. If you want some help on scaling body weight movements and such, have a look at some of the previous videos which we've already got up for you. Today, you might have guessed, we're going to be doing some resistance bands workouts. You've seen probably tons of these on the internet. You may have seen all of these moves, you may have seen some of them, you may have seen none of them. But if you can get hold of a set of resistance bands, more's the better. If you're going to get hold of one or two, you might have to change up what you're doing. But I'm going to show you a series of moves today you can do for a decent full body workout with a bit of lower body, a bit of pull and a bit of push work. If you can get hold of different sizes, then absolutely perfect. So we'll start off with deadlift. Start off, nice big thick band, ideally if you can get it. Set it up between your feet. Stance slightly wider than the shoulder width apart. Reach down and get hold of both ends. Keeping your feet on the floor, obviously, is what's going to keep it in place. Keep a nice tight grip. The band's going to want to fall out of your grip. It's going to want to slip away, so you're just going to work on your grip massively as well. To look at that from the side, do a little waddle. So starting in this position, we're not down here like a squat. We're over in a deadlift. Okay, shins should be vertical or slightly ahead. We're going to stand up, hips drive forward, not overextending. Once we get to the top, that's where we stop. Try and imagine you're going to be pushing the ground away with your feet as you lift up. When you get to that top position, hold it for a moment and then release back down. All the time keeping that flat back. Don't allow your shoulders to roll forward. Flat back, good posture. Deadlift, nice and easy. Next one we've got is push-ups with a band over your back. Nice handy tip for this, as opposed to having the band over your back like this, has a tendency to slip up and whack you in the neck while you're doing it. Turn one hand as you loop it through, creates a nice cross, sits over your back. Come down to a push-up position, down to your chest touches the floor, and up again. And you'll notice as you come down further, there's less resistance from the band. And as you come to the top of the movement gets a little bit harder. So typically, the movement is going to be a bit harder from here because you're in a much more flexed position. But as it would get easier, the band creates constant and increasing tension. If you're not quite at push-ups yet, one thing you can do, band in the same position on the back, keep your hands facing forward, palms facing forward, and push out until you reach lock out there. From the side view. I'll show you. If you don't have that little cross in the middle, what's likely to happen is it's going to start riding up over your shoulder and probably whack you in the back of the head. No one needs that in their life. Right, next movement, squat. Let's carry on using this one for now. Almost a similar setup to the deadlift, but the way we're actually going to move is slightly different. So feet, going to sit on the band again, about shoulder width apart. Try and have it even. Now instead of the position where we were down low, we're going to be sitting down a bit more of a squat here. As always with any squat, don't allow your knees to cave in like that. We're going to put knees out cue, and as we do, stand up. Two from the side, little shuffle again. Delicately. Set yourself up. So the difference being with this, we're not coming over, but the deadlift, we're trying to keep ourselves straight, and we're going to squat up. Keep your core tight. Remember to try and squeeze your butt cheeks. Imagine holding that pound coin between your butt cheeks. Don't lose your gym money. Squats, done. Next move we got is pull with rotation. You're going to need somewhere very stable and very secure for this. I'll leave that up to your judgment. If you can find a door handle or something like that is very secure, or you can use your balustrade in your back garden. Start off with a boxer stance. So feet about 45 degrees width to each other. 45 degrees width, like that's the thing, 45 degrees to each other. Body facing where the band's going to go. We're going to pull and we're going to rotate until our body is 45, 90 degrees. I am good with degrees on it. 90 degrees to the band and come back down. It's not a row in this position. It's going to be a high pull. And as we turn, so we've got rotation at our trunk as well. We're keeping our core nice and tight as we go. If it helps you, bring this other hand down the side of the band there, just to try and really reinforce that rotation. Once you've done the amount of reps on that side, switch over. Okay, and finally we've got an overhead press. Quite good for shoulder stability as well, because it's going to be going all over the show as you go. So, quite simple, stand on it, put your weight through your foot, otherwise it's going to come pinging up and get you. Try and don't allow your wrist to do this, and drop back, keep it strong, core tight, push up. Show you from the side position. So it's not allowing your wrist to do this, it's not there, it's an overhead press. Once you've done the amount of reps that side, switch over to the other. In terms of how you lay this out on the rep scheme, that is entirely up to you as always. What we probably would suggest is either somewhere in the 8 to 12 range, 8 to 12 rep range each for hypertrophy. So you want to be looking at 8 to 12 reps is the maximum you'll be able to do before you're starting to look at failure. If you wanted something more like muscular endurance, you're looking at 12 to 15 plus, maybe 12 to 20, something like that, if you can do that. Or you can set it up like a circuit and go absolutely bananas. Do 30 seconds of each, 45 seconds of each, have some rest in the middle, entirely up to you. Any questions, as always, give us a shout on here or email the Frontline Fitness mailbox. You'll see through work. If you're not sure what it is, drop a message on here. I'll verify who you are, that we can actually help you, part of the organisation, and I'll help you out where I can. Have a brilliant day. Stay safe.